Alright guys, DJ Mystic here with another video. So I'm gonna put out this video. If you guys have been watching my series, I'm gonna put this one out before I finish the series, right? Because I've technically finished playing the game, but I feel like you guys deserve a response to what I thought about the final shape and like a few other things, right? So we're gonna talk about it. Now I'm gonna be brutally honest about this, right? Me personally, I feel like Destiny has a pattern, right? And there was something that was brought to my attention when it came to Destiny, right? During one of their I think like showcases or their events or something, one of their YouTube videos they put out, they said that Destiny likes doing things in threes, right? For the longest time that I've seen Destiny, like with their DLCs and everything, they've done something in threes, right? And the point I'm about to make is, just stick with me for a second. Destiny comes out with DLCs almost every year. Sometimes they extend it, sometimes they don't. The DLCs that they come out with are, you know, in like 3-year segments. At least that's what you can see on their timeline of what's going on, right? We had the Red War, I think Curse of Osiris, and then Warmind, right? I think those are the three that were that year, or in that 3 years span, right? Great, terrible, it's okay. Great DLC, terrible DLC, it's okay. And then the next year after that, we have, I'm assuming, I might get this wrong, let me know if I am, Forsaken, Shadowkeep, Beyond Light. Great DLC, terrible DLC, this is okay. And where we are now, Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape. Great DLC, fucking terrible DLC, and something I will forever love. They broke the cycle. They broke their own cycle. The Final Shape was probably one of the best pieces of content that I have consumed in a long time. And I'm talking about movies, TV series, video games. It doesn't matter. It was one of the best things I have like consumed and enjoyed for a really long time. Like I honestly really enjoyed it. And that is not for me to say like, oh, like Destiny doesn't make mistakes. They do, right? And I feel like the reason why sometimes I'm hard on Destiny is because like I know that they can do it, right? Like if Destiny was to literally like make a Red War, make a Forsaken, make a Witch Queen, make a Lightfall, every single year they put out a DLC, that game would be fucking untouchable. No one could combat Destiny. Their storytelling and their gameplay and everything they do and their guns and their crafting and all this shit that everyone loves makes them who they are. You told a 10-year story and made it amazing. And there's nothing that I feel like anyone can say that doesn't say that the ending of this story wasn't amazing. It was really good. Actually, fuck good. It was fucking amazing. Now, let's talk about the bad, because obviously there's always some good with some bad, right? Besides everything else, I 100% enjoyed it. Now, the long ass server issues, what was going on with that? Bro, for some reason I'm playing, I'm having fun, and then I get kicked out of whatever mission I'm doing. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then I gotta wait 6 hours to play again because the service went down for 6 hours and no one knew why. That is my only issue. But every single season, I expect that there's gonna be the thing is that this game has been going on for a while, right? I 100% believe that Destiny either hasn't upgraded their servers or just doesn't know what to do with them because there's too many people playing. Now, all of the like really bad reviews about the final shape when it came out on day one, and everyone being like, oh, blah blah blah, this and that, yada yada yada, like I fucking hate it, completely unwarranted, right? If you were to talk about the final shape like Lightfall, story wise, 100% is night and day, completely two different fucking things. Now I understand the whole difficulty and the like understanding about people being like, hey, like this is actually fucking terrible, like it's a terrible story and it was a terrible experience. I would understand that, but that wasn't what it was. It was completely different. That was not what the final shape was. That was not what anything was. It was super enjoyable and everything else that came out with it. The only thing, honestly, the only bad thing I can say about it is that there was a bad server issues day one, and that when I played it with my friends on legendary difficulty, one of my friends had a great fucking time. It was like, dude, this shit isn't even fucking hard, which actually fucking pissed me off because I'm like, yo, I was over here struggling for 6 hours, but on this one fucking boss that we just defeated in 30 seconds. So one thing, honestly, playing solo legendary is fucking hard, okay? And that's basically what, if you've been watching this series, you will know that like I was having a fucking hard time. I was like, yo, this shit's gonna kill me. But for the most part, it was a very enjoyable experience. I loved it. Now, if we're about like 6 minutes into this right now, I'm gonna let you know right now, spoilers from this point on. So if you don't want to hear about anything, leave. The Pale Heart, going into the Pale Heart was so fucking cool. I was like looking at it, I'm like, this is like so cool. Like the stuff that was happening, how things were just like spawning out of nowhere, and then when you would walk into like that like tree root like infection type thing, and stuff is fucking spawning and despawning right in front of you. It was like the coolest thing ever. Then you finally get into like the actual heart of the Traveler, and you're looking around and you're like, wow, like the art design and everything else. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. And Destiny's over here, I remember they said something about how this progression was a linear path, right? So it's literally like a straight line. Hey, this thing is going like this the entire time. You are literally going boom, 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 boom. You're not zigzagging like normally how their DLCs go. I'm like, huh, that's going to be an interesting concept overall because they've never done that. Having just a straight path to the witness and like, hey, this is where you're at. You're going all the way over there. Have fun. It was so amazing. Now, unfortunately, I have not played the raid. I don't have enough people to play the raid with, so I haven't played it yet. And honestly, the stuff I've seen about it, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I will do it eventually, but at this point in time, I do not have time to actually fucking complete that raid. Like I'm gonna need to take some days off or something because I'm like, there's no way I'm completing that raid right now. It was honestly like a very enjoyable experience. The new enemy types were super cool. I think all of them were pretty much fine. The subjugators were really cool just because they can use stasis and solar. Bro, those they're not called flyers, but if you know why I call them flyers, you know what it is, right? Those flyers are fucking annoying. And then they're not screeps. They're fucking start with an H. I forget their names. Harpies or whatever. I don't know what their names are. But they have like two fucking swords and they just come around swinging, and if you shoot them wrong, they fucking burst out with a bee and they fucking hit you in the face. Fuck those motherfuckers. I hate them, right? Great enemy, fuck them. I hate them, right? The fucking flyers literally just like scream at you and stun you, and you can't fucking move, and then you get fucking killed by those fucking little monsters over there that are just fucking with you, and they just come up and kill you. So fuck them. I hate them. Dude, fuck, I don't know. I feel like I could literally sit here for hours and talk about everything, but I don't want this video to be too long. Literally everything was great, right? We had all the stuff that we could have talked about. We literally, I could sit here for hours and really talk about it, honestly, because this game had so many different elements of a storytelling, and you had all this stuff with the Vanguard and what they were going through, and it kind of felt like a kick in the chest for the stuff that we had to like experience with like Cade coming back, and we not like realizing that we're like, whoa, what are you doing here? Like finding out that it may or may have not been a wish from Crow, who decided, hey, I'm gonna wish Cade 6 back. And then we have Zavala over here who's becoming a traitorous ass bitch, and motherfuckers over here like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go commune with the darkness because the Traveler hasn't done anything for me after the Witness has been fucking with you for years now, and he knew what you wanted and you gave it to him, and you lose your ghost. And now Zavala and Ikora are fucking communing with darkness after they said do not do that shit. It's a lot of like hypocritical type shit, but it's also very interesting to see. Zavala uses fucking stasis now. Zavala's lost his ghost. There's only one Vanguard who has actual light abilities now, and no one else does. Well, I guess now Crow does too. Oh, if you didn't know that, Crow's the new Hunter Vanguard. That was a fucking shock. I mean, we had all been saying that Crow was gonna become the new Hunter Vanguard, and all the Hunter communities in the fucking Destiny were like, I hope the fuck he does. I'll kill him, right? Because it's so crazy that the person who killed Cade 6, or like an entity of him, becomes the Hunter Vanguard and takes up the mantle, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna be the Hunter Vanguard. Like that, bro, the shit that man is going through internally is like, yo, like, I miss Amanda. I wish she didn't die. Like, she was there for me. She didn't care about my past and all this other stuff. And then Cade forgiving him and being like, yo, dude, like, it's good. Like, like, what the fuck you want me to do? I'm dead. And all this other shit that, like, just keeps happening, right? Crow's the fucking Hunter Vanguard. Zavala lost his ghost. Ikora is, I don't know, somewhat upset about, I don't know. Like, a lot of people went through like a lot of like existential crisis because they were like, hey, there's too much shit going on at once, you know? Like, I don't know what else to say about like that. This was like a all-around great story to tell and for everyone to experience. This, I mean, considering that you had way too many fucking people playing this one game on day one to the point where it crashed the servers for 6 hours, I think it was a pretty good success. And I'm assuming people are enjoying it still because they're still playing it. Like, I don't know if people are like playing it over and over again. I mean, the Elden Ring DLC just came out, so you probably just had a dip in viewership or dip in players. Is it playership? Something like that. You had a dip in people playing it, obviously, because people are playing Elden Ring now. But Destiny, you did it. You ended it on a high note. Even though you had literally one thing to do on your Lightfall DLC. I'm sorry, man. You fucked up on that one. You messed up on Lightfall. Everyone's forgiving you now, hopefully. Some people are like, what the fuck is this shit? Still, whatever. But obviously, like I said earlier in the video, Destiny does things in threes, and I don't know if they were doing those DLCs in threes or like, hey, we're gonna make the good, bad, and the ugly, you know? Or in my standpoint, the great, the fucking terrible, and then the okay, this is fine, you know? So I mean, you did it. I wasn't even doubting that you weren't gonna do it. I was honestly, this is the only thing I was worried about, right? Before, I knew when they said that they were gonna delay the final shape, in my head I was a little bit upset, but I was also like, good, right? Because I would rather you delay a DLC that I enjoy than you come out with it and rush it out and it's fucking terrible. And I would have like been like, you know what, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. 10 years, you gotta take 10 years of my life. Could have been doing something fucking else. Right? So I'm glad that they delayed it. It was well warranted. It ended up working out for everyone. And I feel like it was probably one of the best decisions that they did do. Um, Now the things in threes and like I don't really know because like I don't think they were doing it self-consciously, but if they didn't follow that pattern, I don't know what they were thinking because like I literally knew I was like looking back one day and I'm looking at all these DLCs and I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, do they not realize that they're literally following a pattern of three of where they make a good one, a bad one, and an okay one? But it is what it is. So overall, I don't know, 10 stars. Is this the best DLC that Destiny's made? In my opinion, yes. Right? I don't think there is anything else that can probably top it. Now, out of my top 4 DLCs ever that Destiny's made that I think that are amazing, which is Red War, Forsaken, Witch Queen, and this one, which is Final Shape, I'm gonna say this one takes the cake. I'm gonna be like, yo, you did pretty good on this one. There's nothing really bad or terrible about it. I think it's honestly there. I think there's nothing else that they could have made or anything else that they should have made. I don't really know. I feel like what they did made sense in the story wise and everything else like that. Um, so what's next for Destiny? We have Echoes that is currently going on, which is the current season. We have Revenant, which is the next season after that, and then we have Heresy. And then we also have Codename Frontier. I have no idea what that is. Couldn't tell you. Unfortunately, I'm not a Bungie employee, and they're not going to tell me either. No one knows what the hell that is. They have been completely cryptic about it. No one knows what Frontier is. We just have a name, code name Frontier. We don't know if that's another DLC. We don't know what's going on. They're not telling us. So, I don't know. Leave it up to them. Leave it on a high note. Be like, hey, that's it. Everyone was expecting, honestly, a Destiny 3. Personally, do I think a Destiny 3 was warranted? Yes. I feel like it would have been very beneficial for them to do that, right? You have spent 10 years on a game, right? 10 or more years, right? On Destiny 2 and probably 14 years in general on Destiny the story. I feel like it was warranted. I feel like there's no, I feel like there's no reason for them not to have that. Obviously we have server issues, which has been a thing since the game started, right? We've had server issues. We've had like issues just in general with gameplay, storytelling, all this other stuff, right? I feel like starting over a brand new would have been better. Honestly, the reason why I wanted Destiny to make Destiny 3 was for 2 reasons, right? Not for story, not for anything else, not for them to start a brand new. Basically, I wanted them to start a Destiny 2 so they could get better servers and maybe put Destiny on Unreal Engine 5, or is it 5 or 4? Whatever, Unreal. Just put it on Unreal. Running Destiny on Unreal, I feel like would be like the best thing ever. So I thought graphic wise and like how it looks and everything, like they could have completely changed the game on how it looked and everything else like that. Like they can make it pretty much look pretty realistic in general. So I was like, why don't you just make it look like that? So honestly, it was more from like a design standpoint and like a developer standpoint of like, hey, you should do it this way. That's the only reason why I wanted a Destiny 3. A Destiny 2, any other reason why, I don't really see a reason for them to do that. But regardless, I thought that that would be beneficial for them to do it if they were going to come out with the Destiny 3. I was like, why not? Start brand new servers, new connectivities, things like, so like just wipe the slate clean, move on and create a new story that lasts 10 years and I'll be fucking, I don't know, 34 or some shit, and I'll be pissed off that I'm still playing this game. Overall, I think the final shape was great. Now let's talk about the last thing I'm going to talk about. It was heart-wrenching to see Cade die a second time. It was fucking hard, bro. I'm like, damn, right? We had this character that was beloved in the Destiny universe, and then they killed him off. They're like, fuck him, we're done with him, or whatever. I don't actually know why they killed him off, but they did. They killed off Cade, and that was it for him. He was gone, right? And we had been moving through life without him for a very long time. To the point where in Lightfall, we gave him a fucking statue that's in the tower right now. We gave him a fucking statue in Lightfall. It's in the tower. He's there. We see him all the time. He's chilling over there. We go talk to him, interact with him. He gives you voice lines of him and all this other shit. He's gone, right? In the final shape, Crow wishes this motherfucker back. And then we see him again. And I'm like, motherfucker, you were dead. And he's back. And he has no idea why he's back. He just knows, hey, everything was calm, cool, collective. It was chill. It felt like peace. And I just got yanked out like a fucking nightmare. Like I just got woken up from a deep sleep. And Cade decides to sacrifice himself for us. And apparently there's also an alternative thing where Cade technically didn't die. Which I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you just do that? Right? Whatever. There's an alternate cutscene where we technically try and force our ghost back to life by using the light and dark at the same time, which technically would have fucking worked, and I don't know why we didn't do that. We ended up killing off a beloved character in Destiny Legacy and Destiny Legend, and killed him off again for no reason. Like, why? There was no reason to kill him off again. First of all, you shouldn't have brought him back if you're just gonna kill him off an hour later. That's all I'm saying. You didn't need to do it. Right? Or technically not an hour later, a day later. Or was it 2 days ago? No, hold on. Sorry. You shouldn't have brought Cade 6 back if you were going to kill him off, first of all, after we got the still hunt, the sniper rifle, right? We get the gun from him. We see that he gives Crow, he's like relinquishes himself and says, hey, I want you to be the new Hunter Vanguard. Cool. We just thought he was going to be in the fucking Traveler. We're just going to come hang out with him every once in a while. And then we finally kill the witness. And then we do the 12-man. And then you kill him off again. Also, there's a 12-man mission. If you don't know about it, go do it. It's pretty cool. There is no reason to do that. You completely broke me. At that point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. There was no reason to break Cade 6 back and then kill him off again. I'm sorry. You guys just messed up and fucked me over that. I was so sad. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why'd you bring him back? There's no point to bring him back. Just like, you should have just fucking left him dead when we saw him dead. Like, we literally, like, fucking, like, Ultra and Soft killed Cade. We're like, cool, he's good. And then we're like, nah, these motherfuckers, like, you were always my favorite. He was like, tell everyone this was my choice. You were always my favorite. And then does fucking appears. Like nothing happened. He resurrects our ghost with his light and he's gone. Bungie, why the fuck did you do that? Why'd you do that? I saw the alternate ending. You should have just used that. Why'd you do that? You shouldn't have brought him back. That's all I'm saying. If personally, I was so happy to see him back. Honestly, I really was. I was excited that Nolan, I think, is it Nolan North? I don't know his full name, but I'm sorry. Nolan, I know his name is Nolan. I was so happy that he was back to reprise the role. But yeah, it was kind of sad to see because I'm like, damn, bro. We got this new Zavala over here who sounds fucking weird to me. Bro, his voice, okay, first of all, Keith David is not a bad actor at all. His voice just fucks me up. And this is the thing, right? My friend said this and I didn't realize it. The only thing that I can register his voice with is that president in Rick and Morty, where he's literally saying,
"You lying dicks! I see your asses playing Minecraft. I got you on satellite." That's right. What do you have to say for yourself?
Literally, that's all I can hear. Right? And my friend said this to me and I'm like, fuck, now I can only hear that. Right? Like I could only hear, he's like, I got you guys fucking playing Minecraft on fucking satellite. I see you. Right? So that's what I see every single time I hear his voice now. It kind of fucks me over, but honestly, so this is what I thought was gonna happen, but I'm assuming it's because of the SAG like riots and everything like that. I honestly thought you guys were gonna use AI to just duplicate his voice and still keep paying his family the rights to his voice. But you didn't do that, and you recasted him, which is completely fine. His voice does fuck me up though, because that's all I see. But regardless, great DLC. You guys did really amazing. Don't fuck it up. That's all I'm saying. You guys are on a high note. Don't fuck it up. I'm not saying that as a mean thing or as a bad thing. I'm just saying you guys did really great. Great story overall. I look forward to seeing what you guys do in the future. And you guys let me know down below what you guys think about, what you guys thought about the final shape. If there's anything that I left out that you want me to talk about, I might make a second video. But yeah, Destiny, Bungie, great job. I don't know how Marathon's gonna be because I'm pretty sure you guys are working on that, but keep up the great work. I really appreciated the story, and from someone who's been playing this for 10 years, thank you for creating a really great story at the end, and bringing it all together and having everyone, you know, actually like physically love this story and actually love everything you've done for the last 10 years. I really appreciate it. This has been something that I've loved for a really long time. So I just want to say thank you. This was a really good story to see over 10 years, and a really good ending at the end of it. So yeah, I appreciate it. You guys have been great. Yeah. All right. Peace out. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, one more thing. Prismatic Titan sucks. Fix that shit. Everything else Prismatic works fantastic. Prismatic Warlock, amazing. Prismatic Hunter, great. Prismatic Titan fucking sucks. Somebody fix this shit. You guys have the wrong fucking abilities that we're supposed to be using. Where's my banner of war again? That's it. I love you guys. Bye.